So how you been, man?
Uh, Pretty good. A little busy,
That's
but
good.
mostly pretty good.
What?
Yeah.
You busy?
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
I
What
know.
with two kids, a band, a full-time job,
A second band.
a second band? What second band are you in?
This one's brand new.
Oh, okay.
Like this week, brand new. Like 2 days ago, brand new.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, that would do it.
Yep.
What are
Yep.
you playing?
Guitar in this one.
Nice.
Yep.
What kind of music are you guys still just kind of?
No, there. We have a genre. It's gonna be like kind of like the Midwest emo type thing.
Oh, nice.
Modern baseball, um,
Yeah,
front bottoms, stuff like that.
nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
Hold on one sec. I think I want to switch out of my in ears and go to my AirPods.
All right, sounds good.
These just are sounding weird to me.
Take your time. Patty, are you going to be a turd this entire time?
Let's try it. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that's so much better.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was like
Well,
hearing my in ears are very isolating, so I was like hearing my thoughts as I was
oh
talking. I
God.
don't like that.
No, no, thank you.
Yep.
No. So I could use your advice on something.
What's up?
So Caitlin bought me this for my birthday and she gave it to me early. It's a neon light.
Okay.
It says on air. She said I started putting stuff in the background, that kind of stuff, but I got lazy today and didn't feel like doing it. But she got me this for my birthday and gave it to me, even though,
No.
still like 2 months away. But
Right.
it's blown whenever I have it on camera because it's just too damn bright. Like,
Yeah, no, I can see it completely blowing out. Yeah.
whee!
It's
So
it's too much exposure is what's happening.
yeah, I bought a dimmer to see if that'll help.
It will if you can dial it back.
Yeah, so like it doesn't have one on here, so it's like you plug it into that, and it actually has like a switch that you can control the volume, or not the volume, but the amount of light. So hopefully
Oh,
that'll help. And
it's kind of like controlling the volume.
well, yeah, I guess
Yeah. It's a version of
it's a
it.
version. Hey, welcome back to First, Last, and Best. I'm by myself at the moment, um, so we just finished up recording our first episode of the reissue, where we bring back a band that we've talked about in the past, and we discuss some of their new music. Um, this week we're doing Coheed and Cambria's album Vaxis II. I think it's Vaxis II Window of the Waking Mind. There it is. Um, with my buddy Jordan from Tidal Wave, the bass player for Tidal Wave. We've been friends for a really long time. We've done some podcasts together, but he's a really big Coheed fan. He really wanted to do this episode. So, yeah, uh, I forgot to do an intro. We just kind of got into talking, and then the episode kind of took off from there. So, uh, enjoy our conversation about Coheed and Cambria, the early albums. We do a top three again. Uh, just enjoy the conversation. So, obviously, you are a giant Coheed and Cambria nerd because,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
would you want to do Act Three as well when I decide to do that one?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Father of Make Believe? Because
So are we only I thought we were covering both. I thought we were covering Vaxis and Father.
no,
This is just
I'm
Vaxis.
doing one episode per uh new album that they've put out because
Gotcha.
there's two new Coheed albums. I'm just gonna do Window of the Waking Mind for this one, and then I'm gonna cover either Father of Make Believe next time or in January. I don't know yet.
That's fine.
Because I have those two because I want to do like one a month. That is my plan anyway for the reissue.
Right.
Because there's three Dropkick Murphys albums I need to cover. Besides For the People, they put out like two acoustic albums. Like they took like old Woody Guthrie tracks and like redid them. It's
Right.
fucking phenomenal. Like this machine still kills fascists, and then Okama Rising. And then they just released For the People back in July. And then The Wonder Years put out Burst and Decay, Volume 3. So I'm gonna do that
Right.
one as well. Which that album is fucking phenomenal. I love that
Right.
album. So but yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're just doing I'm still kind of coming up with ideas on like the structure of it. I thought about doing like kind of a first, last, and best, like covering the intro, the outro, or the first like song, then the last song, and then talking about our best, what we think the best song on the album is. But then you're not really talking too much about the rest of the album, and especially an album like this that is piecing together the story uh, for this particular venture in the Amory Wars.
Yeah.
Amory, Amory, whatever.
It's
For
Amory.
it's Amory. Okay. For the longest time, I thought it was Armory. I threw
Yeah,
an extra R in there just for shits and giggles.
everybody thinks it's the Armory Wars, but
Yeah,
Amory is the street that he was like living on, and
yeah,
that's where he gets the name from. And then before that, before it was the Amory Wars, it was the Bag Online Adventures.
yeah. I was doing some studying earlier, just so I'm not completely.
Yep. Now
Yeah,
I will tell you, Rob. I'll preface this that when it comes to the Amory Wars like storyline with this album,
yeah.
I'm not the best on it.
Well, I've been doing some studying on that too, because
That's
this
good.
takes place 6 years after Unheavenly Creatures.
Yeah.
And because there's actually, I saw it online, there's a novella for Window of the Waking Mind, and there's one for Unheavenly Creatures.
Yeah,
And I
because
want to buy them
isn't
both, but
isn't Vaxis like the new bad guy or something like that?
no, Vaxis is the son of Nostrand and Nia.
Okay,
So this
who's the
takes
new bad guy?
it's Hoss,
Okay,
Hoss.
okay,
So like I haven't like I want to read them like really badly because it does sound like a freaking awesome story.
yeah.
So
I kind of stopped following the storyline after No World for Tomorrow.
it gets complicated.
It
So
gets very complicated. Um, Year of the Black Rainbow, I always thought was fantastic, but a lot of people hated, and because
I,
it was the prequel to the story, right?
yeah,
But they did that. Then they kind of went to this different path. Then they did non-conceptual. Then they went back to the story because he finally had like something
more
to
to
write
it.
about again, you
Yeah.
know, and
Well, it was
anxiety.
like Afterman, Ascension, and Dissension. I don't think were about the Amory Wars.
They no,
And
see
then
they are. Afterman is
are they?
still a part.
Okay.
It is still a part of the story because the Afterman is when he decided to like come back to it.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's its whole
Because
thing, but it's so convoluted.
yeah, and then obviously you're the Black Rainbow is prequel, and then Color Before the Sun was just completely
That was the
not in
non-conceptual
story.
album. Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
like I feel like writing something completely different.
Well,
So
it was a love it's a love letter to his wife and his son essentially,
yeah,
and it's also
which yeah,
it was a love letter to. Well, there goes my phone. Whoops.
that
Sorry,
is
but
totally going to be the B-roll.
that's perfectly fine. Here, let me do this. There you go. It was a love letter to his wife and to his son Atlas.
Yeah,
But it was also he was going through because I that album they have a whole documentary out for which you have if you haven't watched it, it's really good.
yeah,
But he talked about like when he's going through his identity crisis as like
yeah,
who he is and what Coheed is going to be.
yeah,
And so like it's when they put their house up for rent, their New York house up for rent, and they go and start traveling. So like he goes to like LA, tries to write in LA, it doesn't work for him. I think he ends up in Brooklyn in an apartment because
yeah,
he was writing that album while he was also writing his musical.
yeah,
And and all this is in the documentary, it's where I pull it from completely. But that's when like the people who were renting his house, I guess, were using it for like drugs and stuff, like
oh God,
selling and doing all this crazy shit because the police like raid the house and find all of this, and then he gets the phone call, and like him and his wife Chandra have to go and be like, what is going on with our house? Like, and then so there's even a song on that album that's actually about that house because they felt
Oh
like
God.
because they were the first owners of it. It was new construction, and they felt like they betrayed the house. So he
Yeah,
wrote a song for the house in that album.
that's
So
pretty awesome.
yeah, but
I do like that.
it's more of a love letter to his wife and his son
Yeah.
and his anxiety of his like identity and who he's going to be as a father and stuff like that because
Yeah.
he's about to be a father, you know.
Well, I mean, especially listening to Atlas, because I remember that came out right around the time Bobby was born. Because I remember like being up at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning when he would wake up at night and like sitting there and I would play that for him.
Yeah.
Like, because he released just like an acoustic version on YouTube.
Oh, I
And
miss when he used to do that.
I know, right? It was like literally a camera on the headstock of the guitar
Yep.
and just him like playing and
Yep.
just like these amazing acoustics.
Yep.
Um,
He did that also with it was Century the Defiant off of
yes.
yeah, and when I first heard it acoustic, I was like, I cannot wait to hear this song put together with the band. And then they
Yeah.
did it, and it was like it didn't hit near as hard as when he did it just acoustic in himself, but it was still good.
Oh yeah. No, I think so. Year of the Black Rainbow was kind of where, and I just may like do an intro in a little bit and then just like kind of edit this part in, like all this stuff in,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
this is just a lot of really good conversation.
yeah.
But I think Year of the Black Rainbow is where I kind of fell off a little bit.
Oh yeah,
And then it wasn't until like Color Before the Sun, um, that I kind of fell back into it, especially Atlas was like that song that really kind of dragged me back in, especially like his journey as a father, becoming a father, and then my journey of becoming a father and everything.
yeah,
Like I really related to it. And then on Heavenly Creatures, he went back to Amory, and
yep,
then this album, and I was like,
yep,
okay, yeah, all
yeah.
right,
So yeah,
I'm back into it.
yeah. Well, Vaxis, this album is it's fine. If I were telling you, truth be told, this is my second to least favorite album from
Really?
Coheed. That's not saying it's a bad album though,
Oh no,
because
no, no, not
it's
at all. But
Coheed. It's Coheed. But as far as like the music goes, um,
yeah,
I think there's a let's see, I might get flack for this. There's a lot to be desired on this album for me as a Coheed fan, but
okay,
they completely changed that around with the Father of Make Believe
yes,
because that album is like it's like and not to mind you like Zach Cervini was the producer and mixer and master of the those two albums Vaxis and
yeah,
Father Make Believe and he has a certain style of production that's kind of over the top, which is fine. I have no problem with that.
yeah,
But the issue was it was like this album had over the top production with less of like the Coheed sound we're used to. But then
yeah.
they kind of fixed that with Father of Make Believe.
Well, I felt like they took more risks with this album as
Yeah,
far like musically. Um, I thought it was very good, and it really did help bring me back into the fold of like really getting into Coheed again. Um, but I I was not that big of a fan of like Afterman, either Ascension or Dissension. They
see,
were good, but they weren't like really like that top tier that run of albums from Second Stage Turbine Blade to No World for Tomorrow was
well,
so
that's just not fair. It's not fair to put those towards these
it's
albums, you
like
know?
it's like god tier like
Yeah,
run of albums.
it is. It
Like
is
very
top.
few
Yeah,
bands ever get that kind of stretch of amazing music that
yeah,
so that you have to have kind of a like to me a fall off. I apologize to Coheed and Cambria fans because they're probably going to be like sharpening their knives right now. Uh, but it was Year of the Black Rainbow and then Afterman, Ascension, and Dissension that I was just kind of like, it was very much a fall off for me and kind of like a stepping back point.
right.
So,
See, for me, I enjoyed You're the Black Rainbow, but for different reasons, and it was
okay.
because um, it's a pretty cool story, but I felt like the music was more true to Coheed. But
Yeah.
with Claudio Sanchez starting to explore more with like adding a lot of layers and a
Yeah.
lot of context to the music with other instruments. Not just a rock band, right? They're doing a whole
Not
bunch of
just
other stuff.
two
It
guitars, bass, and
yeah,
drums.
exactly. He's starting to add those, like piano and synth pad elements and stuff in the
Yeah,
background and all the ambient noise and stuff. And I liked that. And then Afterman, Ascension, Descension, I really enjoyed. And then it was the Color Before the
Color
Storm
Before the Sun.
or Sun, sorry, Color Before the Sun. That was like the first album that I was like, like the music's good. I like what they're
Yeah.
doing, but it took me a while to get into it.
Okay.
And
I can understand that.
believe it or not, Unheavenly Creatures, while I think it's a great album, that was the one that I think as a Coheed fan, like that was probably for me your year of the Black Rainbow. It was like I'm just out of it. Like
You're stepping off
it,
point. Yeah.
dude, it was the first Coheed album where it took me probably a good 9 months of listening to it before I was finally like, yeah, I guess I can see it.
Yeah.
This is them stepping into another path of what it is, and I think the reason being is with Unheavenly Creatures they self-produced
Yeah.
and they took a lot of different risks that they otherwise would not.
Yeah.
From like AR and their production management and stuff like that. It just didn't resonate with me. And then like
Yeah.
Vaxis came in, I was like hesitant because I was like, oh well, on Heavenly Creatures they kind of went into this weird different path and they're doing this. It's new part of the Emery War story, but it was I was like, obviously it's Coheed. I'm gonna listen to it. It's
Yeah.
Coheed,
Yeah. Of course.
and I think it's a fine album. Coheed doesn't do bad, but
No.
there's different flavors of Coheed,
Yeah.
and that's where like it comes in. And now, like after the new album came out and seeing them at the Dome a few months ago, like I'm 100%, but like 100% back invested into Coheed. Like, so glad they made that album because it pulled me like first song, second song, third song. I was just in the album and I was already like looking at the lyrics, singing the choruses, doing my oohs and
Yeah.
ahs, and all that. And I'm like,
Yeah. Of
yes, this
course.
is exactly the Coheed that I wanted.
I was gonna say it was definitely a step in a different direction, but I have a really hard time, and I think a lot of fans who were there on the ground floor, seeing a band for the first time, like when they're first really getting started. Like I remember seeing Coheed like side stage of Warped Tour. They had like 25 minutes and they played like three songs
Yeah, like
because,
like
all their
2007, right?
songs. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, before that. This is
Was it
like
before?
02, 03.
Oh, okay. So you saw them
This is
early
like
on.
second stage Turbine Blade, where they
Yep.
let everyone decide, like, hey, are we going to play 33 or are we going to play Everything Evil? That's
Right. Yeah.
so it was just so being on the ground floor and then watching bands evolve. Like
Yeah.
I kind of have a harder time with that, like just because you want that like rush of when you first saw them, like
Hmm.
you know the jam session of Everything Evil, and there goes my on air sign. It decided to fall because I had it propped up. That
That's okay.
I'll just
Dude,
put that right there until I get the cover.
side note to that, at the
Yeah.
Dome concert, they played Everything Evil and the whole place shook.
Did they do the jam session in like in the during the
Yes,
bridge or?
yes, they did it all, and I
I
think
love
it
that.
was one of the best experiences of my entire life.
I love when they do that.
Yes,
I love Everything Evil. That's
it
such a
was
great song.
so good. It was so fan. They
So
also played Mother by Danzig, which was just wild. They did a cover of
that's kind of
Danzig.
weird. I'm okay
Yeah,
with that though.
and like so me and Fisher there, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of wild. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that, but I've accepted it and moved on.
Hey, they can do
I
what they
just
want.
I would love to see them play the Trooper one time.
I don't know
It
that's
is
ever going to happen.
probably one of my favorite covers they've ever done. Like, and it was like
It's so
the
good.
first time I saw it, it was during the Everything Evil jam session where it was like Everything Evil, then it's like I think it was like Devil in Jersey City, and then they played the Trooper, and I was like, this is weird, but I'm here for it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's perfectly fine.
It's perfectly fine. But
So see,
I
I came into Coheed. So you came in, you were like early because they're 01 technically, but if you really want to get
yeah,
into it, they were Shibuti before Coheed.
yeah,
So there's that whole thing.
yeah.
But I came into it probably see 2003 or 4ish. and my
Okay, so right
sister
around in keeping
right around in
secrets.
keeping, yeah, right around in keeping. And how it happened is my sister was working at a local like CHKD thrift store,
Yeah.
and so one night she came home, and this is when she still liked me as a kid because I guess I was annoying or whatever. But she came home and she handed me a CD and said, "Here, I think this is something you'd like because you're a weirdo." And it
All
was,
right.
it I know it was Second Stage Turbine Blade.
Oh, so good.
So I kind of owe my sister props and
Thank you,
credit.
Jordan's sister.
Yeah, props and credit to kind of getting me there. And then I remember because I listened to it, right? And this is I'm young, at this point. I'm not going
Yeah,
to say how old I was here, but I was,
you were a child.
not even in middle school yet. I was probably fifth grade, elementary. And
Yeah,
so at that time, I don't have a lot of, I guess, awareness of like who bands and stuff are really this time, especially one like
yeah,
Coheed, because it's such a like at that time like they're not they haven't blown up. They're not like this huge,
no,
major. They're not an ACDC or a Metallica type level band, right?
yeah,
So I remember listening to the album. I enjoyed the album, and then like a year goes by, and then a music video comes out for "The Suffering" off of Good Apollo on Burning Star 4.
yeah.
And I remember seeing the music video, and my first initial reaction to it was, that guy sings like a girl. This is horrible. Not realizing it, it's the same fucking band that I loved from the Second Stage Turbine Blade album.
He has such a high range
He does.
that I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
Yep. Yep. But then dude, Good Apollo 4 is like it's a rite of
That
passage. Like
album's
that album's so good. And
yeah,
so it like I remember making fun of it at first, and then like it just the more I kept listening to it, I'm like, damn, I really love this. And then it became like a guilty pleasure type thing for a little bit. And then it was like, no,
yeah.
I'm 100% Coheed everything.
I remember um the day No World for Tomorrow came out. I was stationed in Connecticut. I left the base and I drove to a Best Buy that was close by and I listened to that album all night long. They were like one of those bands at that point. It was like '07 that came out. Uh, I think it was like right around Halloween because I remember kids trick or treating because I was trying not to hit anyone as I was driving. Uh, and but I remember driving to the Best Buy and I remember going to get it and like just playing it in my car and then going to my apartment and just putting it on and listening to it all night. And dude, that because it was the conclusion at the time to that story. So, which is
Yeah.
something else I love about Coheed
Yeah. Well,
is the fact that they're
yeah, they have a story going with it, right?
yes.
And
Oh,
there's concept behind it. And then like then No World for Tomorrow comes out, which then it's like at the time it's like this is the conclusion of the story because no one thinks there's ever going to be a Coheed again.
yeah, everyone yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's like
Even
Coheed's going to break up after this. It's scared it's
even
just going to be a completely different band.
it's not even that. It was Claudio Sanchez. Like
Yeah,
the man himself was like, "No World for Tomorrow" was the end because I didn't have anything else, and I didn't think the band was we were going to go anywhere from this point because you got to think about Josh Eppert and Mike Todd. They're gone. They
that's
quit
true.
in those sessions, and
Yep.
so it was this whole like, what are we going to do type of thing.
Yeah,
So that was the No World for Tomorrow was aptly named. There was no world for Coheed the next day.
that's true.
That's really how it was.
I am really glad that Josh came back
Oh, I
because
love Josh
he is
Eppert so much.
such an insane drummer.
Insane
He's
drummer,
so good.
really smart, creative person.
Hmm.
After watching the documentaries and the way he inputs things, and then I just love the way that he like. First off, he's plays a kit lefty, which
Yeah,
is or sorry, not no, no. I think he does play lefty, but he's open hand too, which is
yeah,
so he's left hand hi hat, right hand snare. It's just really cool way that he plays a kit, and then the faces he makes are just too damn good.
that's true. Absolutely.
He's like
Oh, he's phenomenal.
a blues guitarist, but on drums.
That's true. Dude, I'm so disappointed in Mike Todd and just kind of like I know he had his own struggles and his own demons,
Oh yeah,
but it just was such a bad way for him to leave the band. I mean, because
It
I
yeah.
really enjoyed him on bass.
Oh, he's
And
fantastic, a fantastic bassist, and he was in Coheed in the formative years, and
yeah,
He was in Shibuti too.
yep,
He's one of the originals from Shibuti, and he just he not
yeah.
many bass players, especially modern day, put grooves like that down, especially for a
Oh
prog
God,
band.
yeah.
He was different,
Oh
um,
yeah.
and it was what Coheed needed then. But I gotta say, I love me some Zach Cooper. I feel like
That's true.
Zach Cooper is more.
He's
Um,
phenomenal.
he's in the pocket, and he writes. Uh, Instead of going too over the top, he writes what is uh, perfect to the song.
Yeah.
He tries to take what he does and complement everything else around the song, and I love when musicians do that.
I first time I saw him play with Coheed, I was I know he'd been in the band for a while, but I hadn't seen them really since the Mike Todd days. So seeing it, just watching him play and just watching him like really kind of fall into it. I was like, all right, this guy, he's in the right band.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
I could just talk about Coheed anything all day if you want to do that.
That's basically what we've been doing. That's
I
basic,
know.
like we have not actually
Talked about
really
Vaxis II at
started.
all,
We didn't even know what the structure of this episode is going to be. At this point, it's just like we're just talking Coheed.
dude. I could
Uh,
just talk Coheed.
so what? No way. I
I
couldn't
know.
tell.
I know.
So, but yeah. So if you had to pick like a song from Vaxis 2, what do you think is head and shoulders above the others? Is there one song that
Um.
stands out to you or no?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And it, it's funny you said Head and Shoulders because it is Shoulders. Like that
Yeah.
song, that's so. Like I said, Vaxis II for me was not what I. And I know this is weird because Coheed's Coheed. Coheed dictates what their sound is. But for
Yeah.
someone who's listened to him for a long time, it was just hard for me to get into that album. But I feel like Shoulders was like the quintessential version of Coheed in the modern form.
Yeah.
Huge chorus, big, good, like this heavy fuzz,
Yeah.
prog rock riff, um, and big ending chorus where Claudia Sanchez doesn't just repeat the melody of the chorus, but he really like goes over the
Yeah.
top on it. So yeah, I would say Shoulders is probably like off of that album. I would say Liars Club is probably like a runner up, but Shoulders is
Yeah.
like a top tier song from that album. And honestly, I would probably put Shoulders in a maybe top 15 Coheed songs of all time for me.
That's saying something considering how much great music they have put
I
out.
know. Shoulders is it's everything you want in Coheed. It's the prog rock riff. It's
Yeah.
the dynamics of the band playing together. Uh, Eppard is doing his thing on the kit, which sounds great. He's very dynamic. Travis Stever gets a lot of love on the guitar.
Oh yeah.
Claudia is doing his beautiful melodies. The chorus is your Coheed chorus. It's pretty, it's shiny. You want to hear it. It makes your ears feel good.
Oh yeah.
And then they take it out, and it's so yeah. I would say top 15 probably Coheed songs all time that I could jam.
That's high praise.
Yeah,
Um,
I love that song. But that's one like here's the thing. Every other album, I probably have 8, 10, 12 songs that I'm like, I love all of these.
yeah.
This album I had like 4 that I'm like, I love these, and then the other ones like these songs are really good.
I think like the one thing that we touched on when Joey and I first did this episode, because this was the initial Coheed was the first episode we ever did,
Right.
like during the original run of First, Last, and Best. Uh, and it was the Unheavenly Creatures uh that we covered. And one thing I said in that episode, because I went back and re-listened to it, was that Coheed knows how to begin an album.
Oh,
It's almost
absolutely.
like every single like the prologue going into the first track proper, I should say. I felt like this one was not quite as strong as like even like the Unheavenly Creatures, where it goes prologue into the Dark Sentencer.
Yeah.
And then obviously in Keeping Secrets Volume 3, or yeah, in Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth Volume 3,
Yep.
where the phone ringing and then
Yep.
it just
Yep.
but I felt like this one was not quite as strong. The Embers of Fire
Yeah.
going into Beautiful Losers was good,
Yeah. It was
but
fine.
it was fine, but
Yep.
not quite as strong as like albums past. Because I really
Yeah.
did like Prologue into the Dark Sentencer was that's probably what pulled me back in was that initial
Yeah.
like real like strong intro. And like going into Comatose and then obviously Shoulders being the fourth track.
Yeah.
I mean it definitely got better as it went on, but honestly, I really enjoyed Ladders of Supremacy. I thought that
See,
was a really good song.
that would be like my fourth one that I really
Okay.
enjoyed, where I was like, this song is fantastic.
Yes.
Um, let's give a little bit of praise because you didn't mention it, and it's going to bother me. But the opening to Second Stage Turbine Blade,
Oh yeah.
going into Time Consumer. Come on,
Bum,
that is like,
bum, bum, bum,
I
bum. Do, do,
after
do, do, ba,
I know,
do, do, do,
dude.
do. Yeah.
After we messaged about this and set it up, I literally just started going back and I haven't done this in a long time, and I feel like every Coheed fan should just do it. Go listen to the albums in order,
Oh
and
yeah.
just go track all the way through down, go to the next album,
Oh, I
and it's such like a cinematic like experience. And they'll tell you they never write songs on the concept of just writing songs.
yeah.
They're writing a movie with their songs. And
I wish they would actually just have a movie. That would
well,
be
I there was talk of because Mark Wahlberg, don't know if you know this or not, is a huge Coheed fan. And my
really.
understanding huge Coheed fan. My understanding of he bought the rights to do the Amory Wars as like a TV show, but this was like a decade ago.
Yeah.
So
I
one
would love to
day,
see
mate,
that.
oh my god, I would love it. I would. Could you imagine if they did the original like first four albums of just the Amory
Oh,
Wars
I would be okay
and
with that.
oh, I would, dude. I'd
I'm not
be
sure if I'd want Mark Wahlberg to be in it,
no, no,
but
no. He doesn't need to be in it, but if he wants to put money up for it, gladly, we'll
I
gladly
I will take
use your
it.
money for a Coheed Emery Wars story
I
on
would love
TV.
that.
Absolutely.
So I'm right now I have Second Stage Turbine Blade on vinyl. I have In Keeping Secrets on vinyl. So I'm trying to like go in that kind of order of like buying them on vinyl and listening to them that way.
Good luck.
So I like right well, Good Apollo is on like I found In Keeping Secrets at Second and Charles,
Yeah, it's not the
and
finding, it's the how much the older albums cost now.
that's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's they've
there's remakes and remasters out there that aren't as expensive,
yeah,
but still, I mean, that's the one problem with like having a vinyl collection is that I I look at how much I have right now and I'm like, oh God, how much
yeah.
money have I spent this year on vinyls?
Probably not near as much as Chris.
It's a lot. Well, no, God,
That
Chris,
that man, that man texts our band chat. I feel like it's every Thursday he puts himself in Hampton to go
yeah,
to the what's
Bohemian
the
Amigos,
Bohemian Amigos? Yep, with Eric Anders, super nice guy. We just played a show with him. Love the drag tones. We're about to play a
yeah.
couple more shows with them. But
Oh, nice.
I swear to God, he every Thursday he's like, "Oh, look at the haul this week, guys! I got four new vinyls and three more cassettes, and just had to add them to the collection." And I'm like, Chris, all your money's going to record stock. Jesus.
Like, I mean, I guess do it, but if you got the
Yeah,
money for it,
yeah. It's just
Jesus Christ.
it's just records, records, records. Like I think pretty sure he
Yeah.
hit us up today, and he just got some new cassette that came in from whatever the site Discogs or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he sent it to us. He was like, "Got this one in today, guys." And I'm like, "Is there a day you just don't have like a shipment of music coming in?"
No,
No, no.
no, no, he doesn't. So I don't understand the cassette collecting
I don't either.
because he collects cassettes, he collects CDs.
Yep.
I don't really have a nostalgic bone for that. Like vinyls are one thing because I remember like growing up, like hanging out with my dad and my mom and listening to vinyls when I was a kid. Like so this is kind of like a very like nostalgic kind of spot
Yeah.
for me. It's like pulling out vinyls and
Vinyl
listening to them.
vinyl are sick. I like vinyl big time. I my wife has a huge collection of miscellaneous stuff like
Nice.
Beatles, and like Louis Armstrong and like stuff like that.
Yep.
And we like typically because she's got like the Louis Armstrong Christmas album on vinyl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. And we typically so like when we're decorating for Christmas, we bring the record player out and put that
Yeah.
on, and just get the house in order for that. I own one vinyl, one record myself. Um, I don't collect them, but there was a band
Yeah.
that I loved dearly, which you may be aware of them, but maybe not. I think it might have been just past your time of like pop punk, named Vera.
I've heard of them, but I never really
Yep.
got into them.
Well, so they were never huge, but they were like mid tier like level,
Yeah.
and I've seen them so many times. Loved them. Played at their like hometown venue in Augusta, Georgia. They don't really make music anymore, but they had their first like LP that they did
Yeah.
is fantastic front to back. I can listen to it any time, any day, and I'll always enjoy it.
Yeah.
They never put out vinyl originally for it when they were an active band, and then they did a special run of like 300 of them, and so I had to snag one and snagged
Of
one,
course.
and unfortunately the record player here is broken, so I have
Oh no.
it's literally just sitting in the sleeve and just not listened to, and that's been that way like for like 5 months now.
That's so depressing.
It's very
Like
depressing.
Caitlin has kind of followed me, not as hard, but she's kind of followed me down the rabbit hole of collecting vinyl. It's mostly just bands that she likes. Like we have, I think we
So
have
so so it's
like
just Good Charlotte and Taylor Swift.
it's Good Charlotte and Taylor Swift.
Yep.
And James Taylor,
James,
because we have a couple
hold on.
James Taylor records that
That's
we found.
that's perfectly fine. I don't
Yes,
know of all songs of all time. I don't know that it gets better than Carolina on My Mind.
Carolina on My Mind.
It's just so good. It's such a good song.
Oh, Sweet Baby James.
Yep. His
Oh my
his
God.
voice his voice and acoustic in that song is just so smooth.
Honestly, there's so when I got my record player, my mother-in-law gave it to me for Christmas. Um, when I went to my mom's house on Christmas Day, she was like, "Look through my boxes, take whatever you want." Like I have an original pressing of the White Album. I have an
Oh,
original
that's sick.
pressing of Magical Mystery Tour. I have a bunch of Billy Joel records. Bing Crosby's Christmas record, which I absolutely love. Uh, there's one I meant to grab, but I keep forgetting. I'm going over to my mom's tomorrow, so I might grab it. I think she has the original pressing of Nebraska by Bruce
Oh wow.
Springsteen.
Yeah.
I mean, if she has that, I'm gonna have to snag it from her because one, she doesn't
You don't
listen to
need this.
records anymore.
Yeah, you don't need this anymore.
No, my mom's like, she asked me, she's like, because I'm the executor of their will. Um, she asked me like, "Is there anything of ours that you want?
Records.
Like anything?" That's what I told her. I was
Records.
like, my brother like wants like a couple of like small things that uh, like my mom has like the Stein collection, and my sister like wants their David Winter cottages, and I was like, I want your record collection. That's
Yeah,
it. That's all I want. I mean,
that
you
seems
don't.
fair.
It's literally in a box in the back bedroom, and it's collecting dust. I will
Seems
take your
seems
record
fair.
collection.
Seems fair.
So, because it's a lot, like it's original pressing of Day at the Races, original pressing of Night at the Opera. I mean, there's a lot of gold. Like I, hey Neptune,
So
I don't
guys,
think you've met Neptune yet.
I have not met Neptune yet.
This is my one-eyed cat, Neptune.
Oh,
He's a pirate captain. Isn't that right?
is,
Yes, you
is
are.
he full grown? Because he looks little.
No, he's only like 6 months.
Oh wow, yeah.
He's he's gonna be big. He's gonna be a big cat. He's already smacking Hattie around, so it's kind of fun to watch.
Oh,
So, um, we are really getting off topic. Not that we've really been on topic, but
no, it's
that's
okay.
fine.
That's
It's fine.
I feel like these things work better when it's just conversation. You
Yeah.
know,
I think what I'll do is like just actually like film an intro later, and
it's fine.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But back onto topic at hand, which is Coheed
Yes.
and Cambria.
Coheed and Cambria.
Coheed and Cambria. So,
Yep.
um, solid album, uh, enjoyable. Like I said, did help me get back into Coheed when I was kind of out of them for a while. So I gotta be honest, I think I've listened to Father of Make Believe once.
That's just sacrilegious.
Yes,
That
I know.
album is
That's
so good.
I
It's
I
so good,
I'm
Rob.
I meant to listen to it, and then it's like we were this show has kind of taken over my life, where it's like the music
Just
that I'm going to be talking about is like what I'm listening to consistently,
right.
especially like when we were doing the Summer of Ska series. I'm pretty sure ska just took over my entire personality. So so it's but when Father Make Believe came out, like it was really like I was grinding on this show pretty hard. So it's like one of those things that I listened to once and then my cat is going insane. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Shiny
You're
things.
good.
Um, but like I definitely want to, like I said, do a separate episode for that album alone and actually like really throw myself into it. Because I remember really enjoying it when I listened to it, but I haven't like fully like enveloped myself into it. So that's something I
Yeah.
really need to do.
It's fantastic. I don't know that it gets any better than that. Like it brings me back to how they used to be. But
Yeah,
like I said, it's obviously modern because they got to grow and come with the times. But like
of course.
music wise, it made me feel like if Coheed did not exist in 2001, okay, 2002,
Yeah,
and they never existed, and then a band came out with Father Make Believe. They came out with like let's say this was their first album.
yeah.
This is my new like second stage Turbine Blade for me. This is
That
like
is
it's like
significant praise.
yes, I 100 and they 100% deserve it. This is it's Coheed and it's returned to form, but without sacrificing. Like they're not just like trying to appease their fans. They're staying true to themselves while
Yeah,
being 24 years into this, and it's fantastic. Like I'm it's been a long time since I've been like super stoked about a Coheed album. Not that I haven't
yeah.
enjoyed them, but like I remember the day no, because obviously I was younger when they came out, but when No World for Tomorrow came out
Huh?
and I heard Justice for Murder for the first time,
Oh,
and something just
yes.
opened up in my soul.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Father Make Believe. I am I'm actively like trying to follow and seeing when they're coming back to Virginia so I can go and see them again because I want
I
more
would
of
love
that
to see them
album.
again.
That's right, we did see them together. I forgot about
The
that like
last
2 years
that was
ago.
the last
Yeah,
time it was me, you, and Dustin.
yep. We went and saw them when
Yeah.
they did what was it? They did the whole
It
album
was No
of
World for Tomorrow, I think.
yeah, it was No World for
And
Tomorrow.
then their encore, they came out and played because that was like right around when this album came out. Because
They
they
did play
played
Vaxis.
Shoulders. I
They
think they
they
played
did
Ladders of
like
Supremacy.
I thought they did Liars Club.
I think they did a couple of the singles that they put out, which was like Shoulders, Liars Club, and Rise
Yeah,
of
because it
yeah.
was like right as they were putting that album out.
Yeah, and then they played a couple other tracks, I think, as
Yep.
well.
God, it was so good hearing just No
That
World
was
for Tomorrow from front to back. It was so nice.
yes. That was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Um,
They did not
God.
talk at all during that show, but it was so much
No,
fun.
they just played
They
and
just
that's
played
it.
that album. See,
They
I will
came
tell
out,
you,
played the album.
and that was it. And it was like Travis
That was
Stever
it.
was like, "We want to thank everybody for coming out tonight." And it was like, to be
Lights come
fair,
on.
it was also the first like show of the tour, right? is what it was. It was the kickoff
I
of the
think
tour.
so. It was like either the first or second night of the tour.
I'm pretty sure Norfolk. I'm pretty sure the Norva was the first night of the tour, and they
Yeah.
it was weird because they I every time I've ever seen them, they've never been just super quiet, and I thought that was really
No.
weird. But at the Dome, you could not pay them to shut up at that show.
Nope.
All Claudia did was talk shit the entire time. There was a
Nice.
whole so his wife Chandra and their son, Atlas, they're up on the balcony and you can see them. So he's like talking to them, be like, "Yeah, that's my wife and my son up there." And it was funny because there's a part where so Atlas has his iPad and he's filming
Yeah.
the show at the Dome.
Yeah.
And there's a part where I guess Claudio Sanchez just forgets that his son is there and he starts making this like he's like, yeah, that's the voice I use in the bedroom with my wife, and he like does this like crazy like country like twangy voice, and he's like, I tell her get down, and I get in that, he's like messing around doing like typical old Claudio stuff, and then they played the next song, right, and then as the song ends, he's like, guys, I think I messed up. I totally forgot my son's up there filming this. I'm gonna have to find a way to edit that out of the iPad. It
Oh
was
my
so, dude,
God.
it was
That's
so
funny.
good, man. It was so good. I was dying laughing.
God.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Such a,
All
I
right,
mean, it was, it, go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
No, no, you're good. You're good. It was,
I was just gonna wrap things up because this is basically everything we were gonna talk about anyway. I'll just do an intro
well,
later
well,
and
hold
then
on.
tag that in.
We had a couple of things. We do a couple more things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about this? Okay.
Okay.
Favorite Coheed song of all time.
Everything evil.
Everything Evil, really? That's the one that does it for you.
Uh,
That's the one that ultimately does everything for you that you need.
that is the one. That is the one song that if I don't hear them play, I am going to raise shit. I Everything Evil was probably the first song I listened to by them, and it was the first song that really kind of like I was just like transfixed by, and it just like, and then seeing them live, and them going into like a jam session, and just this song is just it's perfect. It's it was in my original top three when we first did this. Um, And I don't think that has changed ever since. Let me look that up real quick. Because I know two of the three songs I am 100% sure on that I added in
Oh,
my top three.
I did forget to tell you. At the show at the Dome, they
Yeah,
did play. They played "In Keeping Secret." "In Keeping Secrets."
of course they did. If they
It was
didn't,
so. It
that
was so
would
good,
be,
dude. You should have heard it. They literally paused at one of the man your own jackhammer, and it was just like because the Dome.
yeah.
Have you been to the Dome yet?
I have not been to the Dome yet.
Huge venue, Rob. Probably the biggest that like we'll ever see in our area. And the entire Dome was just screaming it back. Like it was pure silence
Nice.
on stage. And you just see all the arms in the air, man your own jackhammer. And it was so
Yeah.
like it was like moving on us, honestly. It was like the whole like place was just like we were all on one spiritual level of they're playing in keeping secrets. What the hell? Hell yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like I remember I think Joey told me this story because I did not go to the show. It was I think '03 or '04. It was Thrice, Thursday, and Coheed and Cambria. And they opened with In Keeping Secrets. And right as they're going into that big part coming out of the bridge, where it's like it slows down, then it builds back up. Dun, 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 dun,
Yep.
dun, 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 dun. Power went out.
No.
Power went out in the Norva. And all you heard was the crowd. Whoa,
Oh yeah.
whoa, whoa. And they just like the crowd like acapellaed the rest of the song. Like they were able to like it took like 10, 15 minutes for the power to come back on and to fix whatever needed to
That's
be
so
fixed.
sick though.
The that having a song like that, oh my God. But I looked it up, my original top three, and it's probably similar. My number one was Atlas, because at the time
Okay.
that song
It
still,
resonate it
and it still
resonates with
does,
you.
it
Yep.
still resonates with me. Number two was Everything Evil. Number three, can you guess it?
Number three, given your personality, I feel like it's not second stage. I
Mm-mm.
feel like it's probably off a Good Apollo.
Mm-mm.
No, really.
Nope.
So then it's probably off of In Keeping Secrets then.
Nope.
No. No World?
Nope.
Really? Where the fuck are you going with this? Interesting. So essentially get rid of all the OG albums. It's not going to be Year of the Black Rainbow. So it's
Nope.
not going to be Afterman series. So
Nope.
that means it's going to be something newer.
Nope.
Is it something that's not on an album?
Yep.
Ah, the joke.
Deranged.
Oh, motherfuck.
Just
It is
playing
a good
Arkham
song.
City,
I
and
I know
then
I should have fucking put that together with Arkham City. I totally forgot about that. I forgot they
like
wrote that song for
I
Batman.
was so freaking like when that came out, and then there was like a music, not even really a music video for it, but like just like gameplay on top of the song.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sounds like Coheed. Is this Coheed? I looked it up. I was like, oh my fucking God, Coheed and Cambria did a song for Arkham City.
Yep, they
I'm
did.
okay with it because it's such a fun, twisted song, the relationship between the Joker and Batman.
Yeah.
So the range, and I probably would not change my top three. Like maybe Everything Evil would be
Okay.
top one, but at the same time, Atlas still kind of
Resonates with you.
holds, it resonates.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough,
if you,
man.
I really should have had you make a top three, but
Oh, I can give you one, but I would
you
love
can
to
give
see
one
you.
off the cuff.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to see you guess at least my number one
Oh, fuck. Okay.
because this makes it fun for me, right?
Is it on Second
If you,
Stage Turbine Blade?
I'm not going to tell you the album because it's a dead giveaway if I tell
Fuck
you it.
you. All right.
I'm sorry, but everything you know about me as a Coheed fan, you have to think about what I like as Coheed. Just think about that. You'll get it.
I don't think I will, because there's so many great songs by
There's
Coheed.
so many great songs.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'll give you this. Okay, I'll give you a small hint.
Is it early Coheed
It's of the first four albums. I'll give you that.
of the first four
Of
albums?
the first four. Actually, you know what? Make it even easier. Of the first three, because I do love a lot of songs on No World, but none of the ones on No World are my number one.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I now need to pull. This is really just a long episode of us like gushing
Dude,
over Coheed, which was
it's
really
just
the first episode we did on this.
it's
So
just Coheed fandom. You know, it's just what it
it's
is. We're
exactly.
fanboys.
I might get
Coheed's good
like,
stuff.
oh my God. Okay, let me just run real quick through these. I don't think it's anything off second stage. Let's see here.
I'm very interested to see what you think my like Coheed personality is, because you might be surprised.
I think if it's anything off in keeping secrets, a part of me wants to say the crowing.
That's a good guess. It's not it, but that's a good guess.
Okay, let's see here.
The thing that's also
With
hard about this is
Apollo.
that they just have so many songs.
That's true. God. Hmm. Like I don't think it's one of the slower songs. Like I don't think it's gonna be Wake Up, and I don't think it's gonna be Light in the Class. Am I right on that?
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not those. Yeah,
Okay, just making sure.
yeah. Sorry. It's not that. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
All right, you got locked in.
So I'm gonna go. It's on in Keeping Secrets, and I want to say Back End of Forever.
Not a bad song. Not it though.
Not it
It
though.
is. Yep, my number one will always be my number one, no matter what. They could make a whole nother. They could do like a new version of it, and it would still be my number one.
Okay,
I
so
will. Go ahead.
I want to try one more.
Go. Yeah. Go ahead.
Is it? Am I on the right album? Is In Keeping Secrets the right album?
No, it's
Okay, damn it. All right.
not.
All right. So, all right. I think if it's anything off a second stage Turbine Blade, it's going to be Neverender,
No,
which is a fucking amazing song, but that's not it.
amazing song, but it's not it.
It's not it. All right. Is it the final cut?
Nope.
Shit.
You're naming a lot of like deep cut ones though. That I'm like, like, I appreciate that you would think it would be these songs because those are like 100% like you're a
Is it the
Coheed fan.
suffering?
No, it's no,
Fuck.
no. Fantastic
All right, I
song,
give
but
up.
no.
I
Time
give up.
consumer, dog. Time consumer, Rob. Yeah,
How
time
did I not go
consumer.
to second stage? I should have. See, that's the thing. I thought you were okay. No,
It's all good. It's all good. No, so time
I'm so
consumer.
disappointed in myself.
You just have to remember. Think about how I was introduced to Coheed. My
That's true.
sister hands me a CD, says, "This is
I
nerdy. This is nerdy weirdo shit. You'd like it." And the first thing that I hear is the intro to that album into Time Consumer, and I've already said on here,
all right.
it does not get better than that. It is that is the I literally had to
I
tell you
am.
honorable mention. You didn't bring up Second Stage Turbine Blades intro to Time Consumer. That's amazing.
I'm
Yep.
really kind of
So
disappointed in myself because that.
it's it's okay,
Oh
bro.
man. All right. All right.
But no, so I would
It's fine. It's
it
fine.
would be Time Consumer, obviously number one
Mm,
for me. It's funny that you brought up Wake Up because that's actually my number two.
okay. That is a great song.
I love Wake Up. Um, that song just hits me in a way that not
Yeah.
many songs can. Um, and then my third, uh, I would probably take I would probably take my third from No World
Hmm.
and go Justice and Murder. Yep.
Great song.
Those
Definitely
three,
song.
those three, I think I two and three could change.
Yeah.
One will Time Consumer will never change for me, but those three songs I think are the ones that like they just hit. They hit
Oh
hard
yeah.
every single time. And just without a doubt, like that's Coheed to me.
Yeah.
Coheed has range. Coheed does the
He's got
prog rock
range.
thing. He does. Well, the whole band has range. They can do
Yeah.
what they want with rock, and you're gonna love it. And that's just the way it is.
Absolutely.
Yep. So yep,
Oh man,
that's
so
top
good.
three. Now,
I
you
remember.
did.
Hold,
Oh no,
go ahead.
go ahead, Bob. No,
I
you're
was
good.
gonna say. I remember Warp Tour. I want to say it was either. I think it was '03. Um, maybe it was '04. I don't remember. And it doesn't matter. Uh, I guess like a couple of the guys in the band got sick. I think it was Travis and Josh were sick. So originally Coheed wasn't gonna play, but Claudio came out with an acoustic guitar and just played everything acoustically that they were going to play, except he pulled out the light in the glass
Oh,
and he played that. That was the first and only time I've ever heard him play that song.
I don't think they
Oh,
play that
so good.
often outside of
They
obviously
don't.
doing like Never Enders, you know.
Yeah.
But
No, I don't think
yeah,
they ever do, but that was so good.
that is not
So,
one that I hear about much. Now,
no.
when you had messaged me, you had said
Yep.
that you were looking for a song for was
Yes.
mental health
Okay,
playlist.
so for those who are watching, a couple weeks ago we did a when we had another scheduling mishap and I had to pull something out of my ass. Uh, uh, it was around the time like my son was having some difficulties and I started getting this idea for creating a mental health playlist. And now I'm asking
Sure.
everyone who comes on the show to add a song to the playlist. Something that means a lot to them, something that has helped them through hard times. Doesn't have to be punk music, doesn't have to be anything. It is whatever helps you. So I asked you if you had one. Do you have one,
I
Jordan?
I do have one, absolutely.
Excellent.
Um, so actually, I'm gonna give you two because they kind of go back.
Absolutely.
It's two songs that are back to back of each other off of an album. So Atlas hits big with you with Coheed because of it
Yeah.
resonated with you at the time. So when obviously me and my wife, found out we are pregnant with, our first son, Jensen.
Yep.
Um, I had just gotten my wife into a band called Turnover. Great Virginia band that I love. And now
Yeah.
her. And while I will always remain that I liked their pop punk roots more, they went into kind of like the indie dark pop type stuff.
Yeah.
And they created an album that is just fantastic. Um, and there are two songs off of that album. One is called Diazepam,
Hmm.
and the song before is called Dizzy on the Come Down. And Dizzy on the Come Down was essentially the song that like we would sing to Jensen every night as a baby.
Aw,
And so
I
that's like
love that.
something that and it was something that kind of comforted me. Like we just listened to that song a lot while she was pregnant, and it kind of comforted me into, because as a guy, and I don't know why we are wired this way, but we're supposed to just hold the feelings and the emotions and everything back, right? That's how we're raised, unfortunately. Whether that's right or not, that's a whole nother topic of discussion.
Yeah, don't do that.
Um, yep, I'm
Embrace
like,
mental health.
yep, yeah, I'm not getting into that side of things, but so obviously, as I feel like at least, and it's fine if it's not your opinion. I probably guarantee it is, but everybody has their own ways of doing things, and that's perfectly fine. Um, as the man and husband, when my wife was pregnant, I was there for her.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about how I felt about things. And I would catch myself a lot when I was alone, kind of letting anxiety build up during the process of obviously, having a kid and the uh, uncertainties of who you're
Yeah.
going to be as a father or as a parent.
Yeah.
And given your upbringing and how you were raised, and that's definitely not something on topic I'm going to get into in here, but
Yeah.
and you kind of have an understanding of that because you and I are
Oh yeah.
buddies and we've talked about stuff like that before. But there's always uncertainty of who you're going to be as a parent, to this tiny little human that is one day going to follow you and your significant other's footsteps up. And
Oh yeah.
those two songs helped me a lot to calm down my anxieties about that. And it was always kind of
Yeah.
like I could listen to them and just be like, I've got this. I'm good. We'll be okay. We'll figure it out as we go. As long as you can just be there for your kid. And now, Jeremy, kids,
Yeah.
um, it helped out a lot. So those
That's
two
awesome, man.
songs I would tell anybody to go jam, listen to, and you'll just get. And even though it's not necessarily about fatherhood by any means, those songs or parenthood, they just calmed me down, and
But it's
it's
how
all I needed.
how it hit you.
Yep, it's how it hit me. So,
That's all you need, man. That's
yep,
fantastic. Oh God, I love that.
yep,
They're already added onto the playlist. I just put them on.
awesome, awesome. If you have
Uh,
not listened to Turnover, Rob, you should.
I'll give them a listen.
Yep,
Absolutely, 100%.
yep. That album is shoot. I can't think of the name of it right now. I don't know why. The
Oh,
actual
I just
album
looked it
name.
up.
Yep.
Uh,
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 like I'm actually surprised that I cannot think of the name.
Peripheral vision.
Peripheral Vision. That's right. Yep. Yep.
So,
So, but yeah, if you didn't know, they are from Virginia Beach.
are they really?
They started out in Virginia Beach,
Nice.
and they were a pop punk band first, and did a EP. They used to play at Skate High.
Oh, really?
Yes, so
Damn.
Skate High. So they used to play at Skate High and shit and do
What's
shows
the name?
there. Then they did their first LP, which was still pop punk, but you could tell that they were softening their sound. And then the
Yeah.
next thing they released was Peripheral Vision, and everybody was like, "What happened to the pop punk? You're an entirely different band." And then it was just funny because like I'm pretty sure this is the same time the band kind of moves from Virginia Beach and they moved to Richmond. So it was like they went with
There
the
you go.
location almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, fantastic album. You would really like it.
I'll I'll give that a listen.
Yep.
100%. got to put that
Absolutely.
on rotation.
Absolutely.
So I think that's going to be it for this particular episode. Jordan will be back to discuss The Father of Make Believe, and we'll spend
Oh, I'm
another
so
hour
excited.
just gushing over Coheed and Cambria.
Yes.
Uh, Next week, we're back to First, Last, and Best, where we will be doing our first on location episode with James from 138 Tattoo and Piercing, where we will be discussing the Misfits as I get a Misfits tattoo because I don't know, seems like a great idea to me. So, Jordan, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you
Of
doing
course, dude.
this. I appreciate you
Yeah.
talking Coheed with me. It did take me back in the day when we would do this kind of shit together.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for